You know, the secret to happiness in life is just making somebody else really wealthy. This is part 3 of my series on how this video tells us everything we need to know about the manosphere and the message that boys and men are receiving online today.
I want you to deal with your problems by becoming f***ing rich!
The message propagated here is simple. Become rich and all your problems will be solved. On the surface, he's not wrong. There are a lot of problems in life that can be solved by making money. For instance, putting food on the table. But this statement perfectly encapsulates what is the real problem of the manosphere, how insidious it can be, which is that it takes a statement that isn't necessarily disagreeable, right? We do live in a capitalist system. We have to make money. That's important, but warps it in such a way that it poisons the mind of the men and boys who hear it. And I want to describe that by highlighting 2 things about this statement. The first is how all-encompassing the approach to financial mastery and dominance is. This isn't about achieving a goal. This isn't about providing for people. It's solving all the problems in your life by becoming rich. It's teaching men and boys that you don't need to find companionship. You don't need to speak to friends. You don't need to work on your problems. You can simply work through them by making money. The problem is that on the other side of that, we end up with boys and men who feel like they've been sold a bill of goods. They achieve that wealth, and while the financial and material trappings around their problems may have changed, the problems themselves have not gone away. And when we've told men that if they make money, their problems will be solved, and they've made that money, but their problems still aren't solved, they don't look inward to place that blame. They look outward. And we all know where that blame gets placed. And it ain't on the men who are sending them this message in the first place. But the second, and in my opinion, larger problem here is that it puts the financial incentives of the manosphere on full display. So I broke this down in full on my Substack today. You can get more of the story there, but basically what you're seeing here is a speaker who has a financial incentive in telling these individuals to go out and make money, telling them to make their entire life about making money. And why would he spread that message? Because he makes money when they make money. The company that he's here representing gets a percentage of the sales from every individual in that room who goes out and makes a sale. So yeah, he doesn't want them to think about doing anything else to solve their problems than make money. This is why Andrew Tate and Myron Gaines and Jeff Mack and everybody else are out there emphasizing the importance of making money. Because when men feel like they don't know how to make that money or that they need to make that money faster, they are more inclined to buy the courses, the programs, the trainings that these individuals shill to make money themselves. So when you see these manfluencers out there talking about the importance of making money, telling you about all these new schemes out there to make money, ask yourself, what is the financial incentive they have in telling me that information? What do they stand to gain from me? Now, if you excuse me, I think I got just enough here to go buy an avocado toast.